Hi, my name is Molly Swain. I'm here at Providence Mount Vincent in Seattle, Washington, and I'm talking with my good friend and colleague, Susan Clark.
I'm Susan Clark. I'm at Providence Mount Vincent in West Seattle, and I'm here visiting with colleague and friend Molly Swain.
I was thinking about when you first came to Providence Mount Vincent, you were in the role of Foundation Executive Director, and what year was that?
1997. I actually have worked for Providence Mount Vincent twice. First time I was here was in the role that you're currently in from 1997 to 2001, and then took kind of a turn as far as my career goes and did some consulting work and freelance writing. And then I ran into you at a fundraising luncheon, and you said, "What are you up to these days?" And I said, "Well, my son's getting ready to start college, so I need to get busier." And she said, "Come talk to me." So I had the opportunity to come back to the Mount and worked here until I retired in 2018. And then after that, I just missed the Mount, the mission, the people so very much. So I had the opportunity to come back as a volunteer, which I've been doing. And then you so graciously invited me to join the Foundation Board of Trustees. So we never get away from the Mount.
And it's been so wonderful to have these opportunities to invite you back, and your passion and commitment to this community is so strong that we've been so grateful that you've continued to say yes.
It just lifts my spirits so much to be here and to see my former colleagues and residents.
And in your role, you had the opportunity to capture a lot of those stories to share with the outside world, inviting them to support us in our work through
Yes.
generosity. And so it was almost like part of your job that you got to have extra permission to listen to those stories. And
Yes, amazing. So that was a lot of fun.
pretty priceless.
Yeah,
And
true.
then knowing so many residents who actually had acclaimed lives, I think by sharing those stories, there was the opportunity to help other people see elders for their whole life, not just what they saw in the moment of someone that maybe was more frail or less physically able. There was one resident, Ruth, I think.
Ruth was Miss West Seattle, 1934. Her and her husband came here for the start of World War II and then just continued to stay in West Seattle. So she lived in West Seattle pretty much her entire adult life. And she was just, she went to the beauty salon every week and would always walk by our offices because her apartment was down around the corner. And she would stop in every day, just check in with us, see how we were doing, see what was going on. And then 5 o'clock, 5:30, if we were still there, she would nudge us and say, "Okay, girls, it's time to go home." So, yeah, just great. And I also remember she was a big fan of acupuncture. And once after a visit, she walked by me and she said, "Susan, I just had acupuncture and I could just dance a jig down in this hall." Yeah.
I think through your example and sharing those stories, you made it more approachable for other people to think about the elders in their neighborhood or in their family, to just ask those simple questions and learn a little bit more.
Right.
It's kind of the bud of any relationship is
Sure.
being curious. And it's really, you set the stage for how to do that, and we've continued to follow by your example.
Oh,
I still
thank
look
you.
at some of your writing. You have beautiful writing skills.
Oh,
and
gosh, thanks. I'm not afraid of moving into an assisted living facility one of these days. I mean, I look forward to having someone prepare my meals and do my cleaning and do my laundry. So I'm not afraid of that at all. And I see that there's so much socialization that takes place here. And I remember one of our residents said, "Oh, Susan, if someone moves in and is bored, that's their own fault. There's no way anyone can get bored around here. There's just too much going on."
Someone once said it's like a landlocked cruise ship.
Yes.
Because there's so much going on.
Right.
And speaking of socialization, one of the additional gifts of being a part of this community is that we have the children here.
Oh, yes. The fact that there is a child care center here that allows the children to get to be around older adults, and then the older adults can be around children. It's so much a win-win situation.
I look forward, Susan, to continuing to work with you.
Oh, definitely.
I think I tried to see if you wanted to come back officially, and
It's so tempting, believe me.
graciously thank you for your continued service as a board member.
Of course.
And
of
if you ever
course.
want a full-time job again, you know who to call.
I do.